Hello everyone. Welcome to Marking Up with HTML for Beginners. I'm Amit Kumar and this is tutorial 17, URLs and paths. Friends, in our previous tutorial, we have discussed about what is hyperlink and how we can provide a hyperlink in our document. In this tutorial, we are going to see what are URLs and what are paths and how we provide a URL to a resource depending upon the path. So let's proceed. Now a URL or Uniform Resource Locator is a string of text that defines where something is located on the web. For example, https://www.google.com defines the position where that main page of Google is residing right now. Similarly, if any resource is there, there should be a certain URL for that certain resource. Now URLs use paths to find files. So there are different paths that are provided to a URL and that path depends on the file we want to access, right? Path specifies where the file we are interested in is in the file system. Now to make you understand, I have actually created a file system for you. Now you can have a glimpse of that over here. You can see there is a main directory over here named as Programming Perception, which is having two subdirectories. The first subdirectory is courses, which is having a file known as index.html. The second subdirectory is images, which is having a file logo.png. Other than these two subdirectories, Programming Perception is having two more files, index.html and sample.html. Now this is the file system and let me show you this as well how I've created on my system. Now in tutorial 16 folder, there was a file link.html which was created in our previous tutorial. I have created a folder over here known as Programming Perception, which is acting as the main folder. Inside Programming Perception, I'm having two more folders, courses and images, and two files, index.html and sample.html. Inside the courses, there is a file index.html. Now don't get confused, this index.html belongs to courses and this index.html belongs to Programming Perception folder. In images folder, there is a file known as logo.png. And this logo you have already seen, it's of HTML5. And this was the logo which we have already used in our favicon tutorial. So let it be. Now this is the file system, right? Now there are two different file systems if we talk about Programming Perception folder itself. The first file system moves along with courses, the second file system moves along with images, right? Now the root of this directory structure that we have seen right now was Programming Perception. So the main directory, the single directory which contains the whole website is known as the root directory, right? Now inside our root directory, if you remember, there was two files, index.html and sample.html. In a real website, index.html would be our home page or landing page. Now, some of you might be thinking, what is a home page or what is a landing page, right? So a web page that serves as the entry point for a website. As you type in the main URL, like whenever you type in www.google.com, so the first page that opens the very moment is nothing but the home page or landing page, right? So each website, each and every website that is available over there is having a home page and a landing page, and definitely index.html would be the name of that home page or landing page. There are two directories inside our root. The name of those directories was courses and images, and each one was containing one file. The courses was having index.html and the images was having a logo.png file. Now, as like our example, we can have two or more index.html in our website, right? But definitely they should belong to different file system. We cannot have two different index.html file at the same place. Now the value of the href attribute of anchor tag depends on the position of the resource to be referenced relative to the web page which will contain the anchor tag. Now there are two files always. One file which is containing the anchor tag, which is containing the hyperlink, and the other file to which you are linking right now. Now the position of these two files is actually deciding what sort of value the href will have, right? Now let me tell you some scenarios and you will understand that very clearly, and we are going to see the same thing practically as well. Now, depending upon the position, following cases can be there. Now, there are 3 cases that we are going to deal. Now, the anchor tag will be kept in index.html. So definitely we are going to have 3 anchor tags. So let's see these things practically, and then we will come back to the slide. Now, this is the index.html, right, of our programming perception. First of all, we can definitely double click on it. So this is the file which is opening right now. The other thing is, when I was creating these files, I have entered different title and different heading, right? If you will go to the other index.html, the title is courses homepage and the heading is welcome to courses homepage. Clearly it belongs to the courses folder. And this index.html belongs to the programming perception, which is saying homepage or welcome to homepage. Now we want to create a hyperlink to this sample.html. Now it belongs to the same directory. So let me create another heading over here, and this is going to be a subheading. That's why I'm making it h2. Fine. And here I'm going to type in like in the same directory. So I'm going to create the link which belongs to the same directory. A resource is available right over there where you are going to create the hyperlink. So I'm creating a hyperlink. Fine. Now it's going to open the sample page or sample file. So let me write it as sample page, and let me provide the href as well. So the href will be simply the name of the file along with the extension. Now definitely this is a hyperlink to the sample page, and we know that sample page and index.html both belongs to the same directory. Now let's see the next case. Okay, so I'm copy pasting and it belongs to the subdirectory. Okay, so let's suppose we are right now in the index.html, right? I want to link to this image, suppose logo.png, right? What I need to do. So definitely anchor tag will be there, and let me type in image or logo image to be more specific. And here we need to provide, first of all, we need to provide the name of the folder, right, where that file is, and then a slash, and then we need to provide the name of the file. So it's actually images, and then I will provide the file name as logo.png. Fine. And here you go. This is a link to the image right now. So we have created 2 links. First in the same directory, second in the subdirectory. Now let's see if we want to create a link from a file which belongs to a subdirectory to a file which belongs to another subdirectory, right? If I want to create a link in this index.html which belongs to courses to this image file, right? So definitely this anchor tag would be almost same, only the value of href will change. Now how we are going to provide the link? First of all, we will provide 2 dots. Now this 2 dots will take you one step back in the directory. For example, if you are right now in this index.html, whenever you will type in 2 dots, right, it will take you one step back, right? So currently our directory is courses. When this 2 dot will be executed, we will go back to this programming perception, right? So this is what this 2 dot means. Now once we reached programming perception, then we will go to this images folder and then this logo.png. So I hope you understood how it works. Now let me create one more link to this index.html. So definitely it would be an example similar to this in the subdirectory, and this would be actually an index page. So courses, so let it be courses only. And here I will mention the folder name courses and the file name, that is nothing but index.html. Okay, fine. So there are 3 scenarios. First, when the file was in the same directory. So this is the case. Second, when the file is in the subdirectory. So these are 2 cases for that. And third, when the file is in another subdirectory, right? So this is the third case. Fine. So I hope you understood this. So let me run this main index.html or the home page. So run, launch in Chrome. And clearly you can see there are 3 links. This is to the sample page. So let me click on this, and this is the sample page. So let's get back. The image that we have linked. So click on it and we landed to the image right now. So let's get back. And finally the courses in the subdirectory, right? So let's click on this and we are landing to the courses homepage. Now this certain page is showing the scenario when the resource is in another subdirectory. So let me click on this. It should open that HTML5 logo. So here you go. So these were the cases that we have seen practically when they were in the same directory. This was the path that we have mentioned. This was the URL. When actually we are moving down in the subdirectory, now this was the URL. When we are moving back up into the parent and then to its subdirectories, double dot will take you back to the parent. There you can find out the subdirectory and the resource that you want to access. So these are the three ways we provide the URLs. Now, basically there are two types of URLs and I have shown you only one of them. Now, what are these two types and how we provide these two types and what are the differences between them is something what we are going to discuss in the next tutorial. So that's it in this certain tutorial. Hope to meet you in the next tutorial. Till then, thank you and happy programming.